Women on average live 10 years longer than men. It's a sad fact that men take more risks, have more dangerous jobs, and often have excessive stress. It's also a sad reality that many men neglect health and nutrition, which plays a major role in the quality and length of life. Do you remember Popeye the Sailor Man? His theme song said, "He's strong to the finish 'cause he eats his spinach." How can we be strong to the finish? Does what we eat really affect how long we live and the quality of our life? How does a new man stay fired up, charged up, and ready to go? Today's guest is Julio Barillas, international chef and nutrition expert. Chef Julio will talk to us about staying strong to the finish. He has traveled the world over helping men find their way back to health. He emphasizes that the quality of a man's life is just as important as the quantity of years. Today's program, Men's Nutrition and Health, with Chef Julio Barillas. Welcome to Old Man, New Man. Julio, I am so glad you're joining us today here in Old Man, New Man.
I'm very happy to be here.
In our opening illustration, I mentioned Popeye. Did you ever see Popeye on television?
Yeah, since I was a kid.
You know, does spinach really work? Is that really something good for you?
Well, a variety of vegetables, they do. The thing that it contains a lot of iron, and that's what they're forcing people to eat. Spinach should be eaten by everyone. It makes you sleepy.
What makes you sleepy?
Yeah, because it contains it's the same family of lettuce. So every time you eat lettuce, it makes you relax. You know, people eat spinach or lettuce in the evening, it will help them to relax so they'll be able to go to sleep.
So if you're stressed at work, a good thing to do is have a salad for lunch.
Salad lunch. But if wives want the husband to go to sleep, they can give him lettuce too.
Now, Julio, tell us a little bit about you. How did you get into the nutrition business and the health education?
I've been in this food industry for 40 years. I graduated in New York, and then I took 3 years as a chef, culinary. Mm-hmm. But my interest has been always health, not only personal health, family health, but after I volunteered 8 years for the American Cancer Society, I got more interest into it, that health is an issue that no one actually addressed in my profession. Because in my profession, they taught us the food to look good, to taste good, but actually health is not the issue to discuss.
So nutrition was ignored at times.
Yeah, oh yes. It is more now, only at a certain level. And then regular foods, regular restaurants, they not care much about nutrition.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about your background. You have an interesting story about how you got into the health business and nutrition based on your family background.
Yeah, when I became 50, I cried like a baby, thinking that it was a trophy or something. I went through a lot. But the reason is because my father died 1 month short of become 40.
Wow.
A very intelligent man, because he wrote a few books in math and in Central America, and they still use it in South America in universities. But the point is that his way of life, his lifestyle, killed him right away. And mostly men are happening that today, dying at 40, 50 years old, and such a prime time of years.
And so why were you crying at 50?
Oh, Oh, because I thought it was a gift. If my father died,
and you made it 10 more years.
yeah, it's a whale. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just became 59, so I'm happy.
Oh, right, man. 59 years old.
And I'm doing better than I was 25. Because when I was 25, I was over 300 and some pounds.
Oh,
so I'm doing better. I have to take care of myself. No one is going to do it for me. That's the problem with men. We expect the wives do everything, that the government do everything, and men doesn't do it naturally.
And one of the things we often think is that there has to be a pill to help us through it.
Yeah. But many people, everyone, they go to the doctor looking for help. And when the doctor says you have to walk, you have to change your eating, you have to do this and that, people ask for, do you have a pill? Mm-hmm. That's the biggest problem. But in men's situation, I have always mentioned lately that you find women clinics, health women, women's health. Everything is women's health.
It's just because it's kind of uncomfortable. Let's be real. To go to the doctor, I mean, you mentioned going to the doctor to a man, he'd have to be dying to go get checked up.
Yeah, but still we are weaker than women. Our system is weaker than women.
Really?
When women become pregnant, and he's going to be a man, she's probably going to lose it in the first 2 months. And also when women have problems during pregnancies, had to be a man. We die at an early age. Our system is very weak, and we don't take care of ourselves. I never see a man anywhere to go, oh, I'm going to go to have my prostate exam, you know. But it's something nice.
So we want to encourage the men that are watching to go get checked out, get their checkups, check their blood.
Sometimes you see men getting up in the middle of the night, and wives tell them, you need to see your doctor, you need to see your doctor, because, oh no, there's nothing wrong with me. But they urinate through the night maybe 4 or 5 times, and when they urinate, it looks like like a shower, like this, instead of one shot into the hole.
So they have bad aim.
So they have bad aim, but it's all over the world, and somebody else has to clean it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, taking care of yourself is not when you get to 40. It's not when you get to 50. It has to be from 20, 30, 40 years, even when the time you're born.
So what would you say is killing us? Is it our diet that's killing us?
Well, first of all, I like to speak about nutrition and attitudes from the chin up instead of from the chin down. Because if you change your way of thinking or way of looking at things, even nutritional speaking, you feed your brain and your actual part of the brain, you will helping your heart, you're helping your liver, and you're helping your sexual life too, if you feed the brain.
So we have to change our way of thinking.
First of all.
Stop leaving it to other people and ignoring it.
Yeah.
And waiting for the doctor to tell us it's too late, but start right now changing the way we think.
If someone says, well, we have to die, everybody has to die. That's the thing everybody says. Mm. Oh, everybody dies from somewhere. But if you were going to die, boom, just like that, would not be no problem. But if you got a heart attack or you got a stroke and then you have to go into a wheelchair, someone have to clean your behind, and someone had to take it to the bathroom. That's not way of life.
A man does not want to live like that.
No. So we need to take care of ourselves as soon as possible, doesn't matter how old you are, in order for you to avoid not to become independent. You need your independence. And sometimes you give your independence to somebody else. You give it to the pharmaceutical companies, you give it to the food industry, you are giving your independence to somebody else instead of you taking your freedom to yourself.
And so how can we start living a healthy lifestyle?
First of all, we need simple things. We need to remember that whatever you don't use, you lose. So first of all, you need to think, well, what I'm not using. I'm not using my legs. I'm not exercising. I'm not walking. Men needs to walk more than women. Why? Because we are weaker from the half part of our body down. Everything from there down is weak.
But so often we think that if we're working and we're doing physical labor, that that's enough.
Well, usually you see men going to the gym. They go pump iron, right? They look kind of big on top, but the legs are like chicken legs because they don't practice muscle exercise. Let me tell you one thing. You see, the heart pumps only 40% of the, between 40 to 60% of the blood is pumped for the heart. For your heart, for your liver, for your kidneys, for everything. It's only 40 to 60% the heart pumps. The rest of the blood is pumped by muscle.
So the lower half is being neglected.
Is neglected. Why? But also there's a little top from the lower up that it goes like this.
The abdominal.
The abdominal. So many men think that's kind of sexy. But actually...
To have a beer belly?
Yeah, to have a big belly, they think is sexy.
A six-pack.
A six-pack.
Well, six-packs are good.
A six-pack?
That's when you're lean and you can see all those muscles.
Yeah, but when you have those over your belt, that's you need to have to worry. The man needs to remember that doesn't matter how tall you are. You need to remember that 38 inches is your mark. If you go over 38 inches, you're in trouble.
Keep it under 38.
Under 38, but walking. You don't have to walk from here to California. You as long as you walk 30 minutes every day.
So little things we could do, for example, be like perhaps parking further away from where we need to go.
Yeah, a lot of people look for the entrance to shopping center, and the door, they want the door to be as wide as open so they can bring the car in instead of parking. Yeah. If you know the store you want to buy something, it's only a mile away. Go home shopping and come back with the things you carried. And do the work at home. Don't just sit there and change channels. A lot of people do a lot of changing channels. Yeah. And that's a lot. You see, the finger is not fat, but the rest it is. And we suffer from that problem.
And so going for a walk with our wife might be a great thing.
A great thing.
Yeah, it would help us out.
Because that's also you create a relationship. One of the things that are happening today, it has to do with food and many aspects of life, so much depression in men. Out of every 5 men, 1 suffers from depression. More men are committing suicide because we don't learn to speak up. But speaking up is one of the most important things. And
we implode. So relationships, talking, holding each other accountable, having...
Yeah, many people don't realize that
sharing with our wife.
Relationships can cure faster than food, than medication. Hugging, loving, and say to people how much I love you.
So we need to get out of that stoic, tough mentality and build our relationships and learn how to eat better.
That's right.
Exercise more. Now, you mentioned about lettuce being helpful in our attitude, that it actually relaxes us.
Relaxes us, but it's also, if you take a pill that it has vitamin C, for example, you're only taking vitamin C. But if you take, like, for example, spinach, like you're saying, that one is not just, it has iron, it has vitamin C, it has vitamin B, many other things that when you eat it, you absorb the other vitamins and nutritional parts and minerals. And men needs a variety of foods. When they talk about men's food, they're always talking about pizza or hamburgers or baked potatoes, which everything eating in moderation.
You said, you mentioned the pill. We've been talking about how men look for medication and things. But how about nutrient or vitamins, multivitamin?
Yeah.
Is that good for men?
Yeah. If you eat a variety of food and you have one multivitamin a day, that will be enough.
Okay.
That one multivitamin that includes minerals. Never buy mineral only by itself because you lose the others.
Okay.
So you need to have a multivitamin. Now they take Viagra.
Yeah.
And in some cases it's okay, but it's going to affect the heart because it has a lot of side effects.
So what could a man take that's natural besides Viagra?
Many things. One of the things you need to remember, you have to eat things that contain L-carnitine. And L-carnitine, you can buy it in capsules, and it can help you for your heart. L-carnitine has an ability to remove fat from your tissues, especially your heart, and removes the fat and leaves muscle. That's what you need. But also, it's good for your brain. It helps you in your brain. What are the products that contain L-carnitine? Number one is avocado.
Avocados.
Avocado contains two. That is good for not only the mind, but all your aspect and your reproductive system. Avocado contains L-carnitine and L-arginine, which that it gives you the power that you're looking for to have a normal sexual life.
Now, what happens if you eat too many avocados?
But you become overweight because it contains too much fat. But avocados don't give cholesterol. Many doctors used to tell people that don't eat avocados contain cholesterol. Yeah, but avocados don't contain a liver, don't contain a pancreas to create cholesterol. How do we create cholesterol? It's not through food, it's through stress.
Stress.
Stress is the major factor in cholesterol. But eating avocado, eating almonds, we need to eat almonds 3 or 4 times a week because it contains high amounts of L-carnitine and L-arginine, which are good for the brain, but also for the heart, and also for the other bottom part.
How about watermelon? I heard watermelon was pretty good.
Because it highs in lycopene, and it's same as tomatoes, it's same as strawberries. So eating all those reds, eating all greens, men needs to remember that the food is not just black and white. Steak and potatoes, or rice and beans.
We need to get the greens.
Greens, yellows, whites, and all the different colors. So all those things can help you with your...
But you know how busy we are, Julio. As men, we're running around town. We go out on vacation. We're traveling.
Yeah.
What's a man supposed to do when he's so wrapped up at work, has to eat fast food?
Well,
how do we survive in a world of unhealthy eating?
Well, we need to avoid number one thing. I'm telling you that as a food industry individual. Avoid chain restaurants.
Stay away.
Stay away from those restaurants that are chain, that come the same thing all over the world.
McDonald's, Taco Bell, places like that.
Oh, many others. There are many high-priced restaurants that they're also chain restaurants.
Olive Garden is really popular.
But Olive Garden has a problem that a children's menu, it contains more sodium than anything else. So we're talking about those, because those products come prepared from a factory. So they just open cans and heat them up.
So, okay.
So, but eating the salad, eating the soup, that would be good. But many of those products are really bad.
Now, I know that as an international chef, you travel all over the world. What do you do to stay healthy, to eat healthy, while you're all over the world?
Sometimes what I do is I get into a supermarket or a deli. Since I know what to eat, I get all the vegetables I want and all the fruits I want, nuts and seeds and all that, and eat them. You don't have to spend all those hundreds of dollars in the restaurant life, but also you get a better nutrition. If you stay away from boxes and microwavable products, you can do okay.
Okay.
When I talk to a lot of truck drivers, that they want to eat healthy because truck drivers, whatever they eat is junk. So because that's what they offer them.
The truck stops, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to the supermarket ourselves, pick out what we want, put it together ourselves.
Yeah.
Julio, being we have you here, an old man, new man, we would love for you to teach us how to put a good salad together. Would you help us with that?
Oh, I would love to do that.
What kind of salad are we going to put together?
We can have some spinach salad that we can create that. Simple thing.
Let's do it.
I love to do simple things.
All right.
Make it complicated, man, it's not going to do it.
All right, so we want to keep it simple, and here we go. Let's do a spinach salad.
Very good.
Chef Julio, this is exciting. What do we have here? What are these ingredients?
Here we have the famous spinach.
Spinach.
Make sure they washed and dried. And then we have other ingredients just to add. One of the most important ingredients, all of them they're important,
Now, tomatoes are really good for men, aren't they?
Well, because of the lycopene.
Again,
Now,
lycopene.
but the lycopene is very important to eat, to have it, to enjoy it, because lycopene, it takes the inflammation of the prostate. The same thing is in watermelon or strawberries.
So if you have an enlarged prostate, just eat a lot of reds, a lot of tomatoes,
A lot of
watermelon.
tomatoes, watermelon. We're just gonna put it over. You see,
Over the
simple.
spinach.
In especially in the summertime, we have men doing the barbecue. You know, why the men doing salads? Why you always have to do? We have sliced mushrooms here. Make sure you wash them well. It's very important.
Now, when they have their barbecues, they're bragging about their beef and their steaks. Now, why would they be excited about their salad?
Why didn't people need to brag about something? It's only food. It's only food.
So get excited about your salad. Get
Yeah.
excited about the nutrients, the
We
nutrition.
have onions, sliced onions, and just gonna do a couple cuttings in here. Just simple thing. It makes things easier. You know, we need colors. And why you need onions? Because onions detoxify yourself, detoxify your kidneys, detoxify your skin. So that people who eat a lot of onions, they do smell, but the thing is that they detoxify. Now we have these ingredients that one of the most important ingredients for men or women that works in your hormones, in your reproductive hormones, is called sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds is the highest in calcium. There's nothing else in the planet. Everything has calcium, spinach and lettuce and broccoli, but nothing has more calcium than absorbable calcium. That is called.
Sesame.
I have some ground spinach. Called spinach here. This is what?
Sesame seeds.
They put some sesame seed, and then we're gonna put some lemon juice in order to stir it. And we have some amino, or it could be soy sauce. Make sure if you buy soy sauce, always buy them in a green bottle, because it contains less sodium.
Okay.
And less
Green bottle.
We put soy sauce here and a little bit of water just to do the mixing. And remember, we're not going to use all of this, just to make sure that this is like a dressing that we are producing here.
Are some of those dressings on the market today good for us, like ranch, Italian, or?
Well, they too high in fat, too many chemicals, too high in fat.
Okay.
People need to stay away from MSGs. Monosodium glutamate affects your brain and affects your hormones. Now, and so right now we're just gonna do this. Take this and pour it over, if you like it like that. And if you notice, we didn't put any oil in here. Why? Because sesame seeds contain more oil than what you need. And it's a good oil, but you're not going to put more oil into it. Now, one last touch. We're going to take some of this wonderful garlic. Garlic, you see, when a man and a woman eat garlic together, and they attract each other. Yeah, men and women will attract each other. Wives, they will hugging each other and kissing each other. Not just one, but both of them. Now we take this, and then we mix it up, and then would you like to try it?
I sure would.
Yeah, simple, isn't it?
And so, Chef Julio, just go through the ingredients one more time for our viewers.
So we have sesame seeds, we have soy sauce, or aminos, or liquid aminos. We have a little bit of water. We have tomatoes, we have onions, mushrooms, and spinach. Isn't that simple?
Simple salad.
Now, if you like this, you can eat a bunch of almonds. That one can also fill you up. Okay. And it contains a lot of oil, and also the good things for the brain that they call omega-3s.
Now, Chef Julio, sometimes men don't like to even cut tomatoes or onions. Could they go to some stores and just pick up a ready-made salad and put it together?
I don't advise that for one reason. When you buy something that is already being chopped, already cut, you're losing a lot of vitamins to the light. It's better to do them right at the moment that you're going to do that.
Okay.
But buying this stuff, you're spending a little money, you're not wasting so much, and you can share it with your family, and your wife, especially your mother-in-law, will be very proud that you're making salads instead of steaks.
Old Man New Man is here to further equip you in life's journey. By visiting oldmannewman.com, you can review this television program and many others. At our website, you will also find links and resources that are very valuable. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 4:22-24 to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self. God answers all of life's greatest and most important questions, but sometimes it takes study and sharing together in this format to bring truth to light. Visit us at oldmannewman.com and sign up to join our ministries team. We need partners like you to help us reach God's men and families. We are dedicated to reach the men which bless the women and children that love them. I'm Evelyn Labrador. Thanks for joining us today on this local station, and remember to visit us at oldmannewman.com.
Today we've heard how Chef Julio lost his father at age 40 to a massive heart attack. This loss made Julio consider his own life and eating habits. Julio is 59 today because of the life changes he made, and he feels great because he watches what he eats and he stays active. Healthy food tastes great and is extremely satisfying, but unfortunately, many foods are all about taste with little or no interest for our personal health. Cheap fast food restaurants and even upper-end restaurants feed us and they charge us, but don't look out for our nutritional needs. It's up to us personally to change the way we think about health and nutrition. Let's do it. Let's watch what we eat and let's stay active to enhance the quality of our lives. The Word of God calls us to give God glory in whatever we eat or whatever we drink. It also tells us that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. God is able to heal you, to restore you, and to keep you strong to the finish. But He wants you to team up with Him to stay healthy. Chef Julio Barillas has much more to say about health and nutrition. For a set of his DVDs, which contain over 6 hours of instruction on health, visit oldmannewman.com. I'm Pastor Minner Labrador, encouraging you to stay strong to the finish for the glory of God. See you next time on Old Man, New Man.